Late nights out with friends. That's the teenage dream, is it not? Today we'll be finding out how this teenage dream can quickly turn sour and become a backdrop for one of the coldest deaths ever. What's more, it is a tale that teaches you that the people you love and trust the most could be the cause of your misfortune. Welcome back to Crime Origin. My name is Zach, and today we will discuss the case of Amber Gibson. Keep watching to find out more about what happened and the manner in which it all went down. Amber was born on the 1st of January 2005. She sometimes went by the surname Niven, as her foster parents were Craig and Carol Niven. Not much is known about her personal life and family, as this is a new case. Still, if social media sources and other reports are to be believed, Amber had some siblings or step-siblings that were also in foster care, whom she supposedly did not share a home with. According to these reports, one of her brothers, Connor Gibson, lived with her and the Nivens. He also sometimes went by the name Connor Niven. Also, a certain Lisa Murray claims to be Amber's sister in social media posts and tributes. What little is known of Amber suggests that she lived in the Hill House area of Hamilton, South Lanarkshire, and attended Morehouse Academy in Bathgate, West Lothian. Morehouse Academy is a privately run school that cares for children between the ages of 11 and 18 who face or have previously faced social and educational challenges. On Friday, the 26th of November, 2021, Amber left her home in Hill House at about 15 minutes past 9 p.m., probably to spend some time with friends on a Friday evening, or run some household or personal errands, or even do some early Christmas shopping. We cannot say for sure where exactly she was headed. Several hours passed, and Amber had not returned to the house, so her foster parents, Carol and Craig Niven, began to grow uneasy. According to eyewitness reports, Amber had last been spotted on Cadzow Street, a popular location at the heart of the town, at around 9:55 p.m., roughly 40 minutes after she had left the house. More time had passed, and there was still no sign of Amber, even after her guardians had reached out to her friends and other people who might have been aware of her whereabouts. Deciding that the situation had gotten out of hand, Amber's foster parents reported her missing to the authorities and also raised an alarm to the rest of the community, calling on everyone to look out for Amber. This plea soon started a massive missing person hunt in the neighborhood. 2 days later, at about 10 minutes past 10 on Sunday, the 28th of November 2021, Amber was found in Cadzow Glen Park, just about 200 yards from where she was last seen on Cadzow Street. Fantastic, isn't it? Sadly, this was not the case. Why not, you may ask? Well, while Amber was found in Cadzow Glen Park, she was not in the shape her loved ones and the people of the town expected. That fateful Sunday morning, a body was discovered at the park, and it was later confirmed that it was the body of 16-year-old Amber Gibson. Instead of bringing an end to the investigation, finding Amber opened up a new chapter for the authorities, as it meant they had to investigate the cause of her death and ensure that justice was served. As expected, the discovery of Amber's body brought great pain to her family and friends, as it meant they had lost someone they loved dearly, and their hopes of being reunited with and seeing her safe after she had gone missing were dashed. The rest of the community was not left out in this grief, because the disappearance and death of a young girl spelled worry for everyone, especially young girls and parents who would now have their hearts in their mouths every time their children left home.
Just utterly shocked, really can't believe it. It's far too close to home, it's really frightening.
It's a worry that girls, especially young girls, can't walk about at night time without things like this happening to them.
Needless to say, all eyes were now looking to the authorities to investigate Amber's death and bring whoever might have been responsible to book, both to avenge Amber and to restore peace and ease to the community. Initially, the authorities classified Amber's death as unexplained, possibly writing it off as a death brought by natural causes. However, after conducting a post-mortem examination on her corpse, they decided to launch a murder investigation on Tuesday, the 30th of November 2021. Immediately, the authorities began the investigation. They taped off the entrance to Cadzow Glen Park and the entire area where her body had been found, restricting the public's access to these places. This was done on Wednesday, the 1st of December 2021. As the investigation continued, the detective's first task was to piece together Amber's movements and interactions on that night from the time when she was last seen on Cadzow Street, leading up to her body ending up in Cadzow Glen Park. In an address to members of the public, Detective Superintendent Raymond Brown emphasized on the importance of the police understanding what led to Amber's death and who was responsible for it, to give her family closure, and also to ensure the rest of the community was safe by removing that person from society. Raymond then pointed out that Amber was last seen in a part of the town that was very popular. According to him, the street would have been busy with pedestrians, motorists, and many other people, especially on a Friday night. Raymond then proceeded to make a plea to members of the public, saying, "We would ask anyone in the area that if they did see Amber, to come forward and tell us what the circumstances in which they've seen her are, and allow us to take that information and understand how that might assist our investigation." After this speech, members of the public who believed that they had information that could be useful to the case were encouraged to call the police or Crime Stoppers, where the witness's anonymity would be maintained if they so wished. In a shocking turn of events, on the night of Wednesday the 1st of December, just 3 days after her body was found, Amber's 19-year-old brother, Connor Gibson, was arrested on the charge of sexually assaulting her by penetration and murdering her. While the deaths surrounding this arrest are still shrouded in mystery, some sources say that Connor was arrested as a result of new information discovered during the course of the murder inquiry. On the other hand, some sources have speculated that Connor became suspect in the case following certain bothersome tributes he posted on social media. According to reports, the 19-year-old even went as far as calling a newspaper house, claiming he wanted to put out a tribute that would enable the public know who Amber truly was on the inside. Following his arrest, Connor appeared at Hamilton Sheriff Court on the charges of Amber's murder, sexual assault, and an attempt to pervert the course of justice. During the trial, the teenager made no plea against the charges and was remanded in police custody pending investigations and future court appearances. As far as motives go, it has been speculated by many who have been closely following the case that Connor had been abusing his sister for quite some time, and that he ended up killing her because she had finally summoned the courage to speak up and report him to the appropriate authorities. Of course, it is important to note that there is no evidence to back these claims. On the 1st of January 2022, when Amber would have turned 17 years old were she still alive, her friends and family celebrated in her memory. Her family members and friends shared touching messages and wishes alongside pictures of her on their social media profiles. One of her relatives said, "Happy heavenly 17th birthday, gorgeous girl. Love you." One of her friends wrote, "Happy birthday, angel." Her foster mother, Carol Niven, changed her profile picture to a picture of Amber as a memorial to her dead daughter. In addition to heartfelt social media posts, Amber's friends also created a shrine under a bridge close to where her body had been found 2 months earlier. There they placed dozens of flowers, balloons, and candles in honor of Amber. Unfortunately, the shrine got torched a few days later after some ruffians set fire to a wheelie trash bin nearby, and the flames spread to the side of the shrine. In response to this, Amber's friends held a balloon release party in Chatrell Country Park to honor her memory. At the party, the people in attendance released balloons, mainly in the shape of the letter A for Amber, and let them fly into the sky. Just a few days after Amber's friends and family celebrated her 17th birthday, hope was reignited as another person was arrested and is now undergoing investigation concerning Amber's murder. On the 13th of January 2022, 43-year-old Stephen Corrigan appeared at the Hamilton Sheriff Court, charged with attempting to defeat the course of justice concerning Amber's case. Stephen, who is from Blantyre, also in Lanarkshire, made no plea against these charges and was committed for trial by Sheriff Andrew McIntyre. Stephen was also remanded in custody pending future trials. As the news of Amber's death broke, a representative of her school, Morehouse Academy, released a testimony about Amber's personality and impact on the school on behalf of the staff and students. The spokesperson expressed the grief felt by both staff and pupils at the news of Amber's tragic death. Amber was a well-loved, bright, and lively young girl, he said in testament to Amber's behavior and contribution to the school community. The spokesman then went ahead to offer words of comfort to Amber's friends, family, and everyone who had been affected by her death. Amber's loved ones continue to nurse their wounds from the hurt of her death, especially her foster parents, who have now also lost their son to suspicions of murder. Still, investigations are ongoing, and all effort is being made to see that justice is served, although the Nivens might have mixed feelings about what justice could mean for them in this situation. Once again, the case of Amber's death is relatively recent, and authorities are still investigating. As of now, the two suspects, Connor Gibson and Stephen Corrigan, have been arrested and are being probed concerning the murder. So far, neither of them has outrightly rejected any of the charges made against them. Ironically, the Scotland police officers are currently being investigated over their inadequate response to the reports of Amber's disappearance and subsequently her murder, as they initially said the cause of her death was unknown. Had they begun their search earlier and discovered that she had been murdered, the perpetrator may have since been brought to book. Even better, Amber might have never had to die in the first place. The Crown Office instructed a police watchdog, the Police Investigations and Review Commissioner, to scrutinize the efforts made by the officers to trace Amber, especially considering that her body was eventually found just 200 yards from where she was last spotted. The PIRC will later hand over its findings to prosecutors, who will take up the case if the need arises. As the investigation into Amber's death carries on, we do hope her family and friends are able to heal from this tragic loss. We will also be on the lookout for any updates on this case, as it seems investigators have kept things on the down low these past few months. See you next time on Crime Origin. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like the video, comment your take down below, and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit that notification bell in order to stay up to date each time we reveal a new shocking case.